Good morning. Welcome back into Wake Up America. I'm Rob Finnerty. The looming threat of a recession could push the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates today for the fourth time in the last 5 months. They've raised rates in May, June, and July. The Fed expected to do that again today. But will this strategy actually work? For more, let's welcome in Virginia Congressman and member of the House Committee on Appropriations, Ben Cline, back with us. Congressman, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Great to be back with you.
Nice to have you. So the Fed is expected to raise rates again today. Do you think this is the right move right now with inflation hovering just over 9%?
Well, we have a pretty bad situation here in spite of Joe Biden's best efforts to paint a rosy picture. You know, this is not Animal House. Joe Biden standing around saying everything is fine, remain calm, remain calm. This is a bad situation for the American people. They're getting hit in their pocketbooks with inflation at record levels, 40-year record levels, and the Fed aggressively taking action to raise rates by, again, 3/4 of a point for the second quarter in a row, and that's going to have an impact on everything from car loans to home purchases. Americans are going to feel it in their wallets, and Joe Biden is just asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, Congressman, you make a good point. Mortgage rates, if they raise them by a full basis point today, would be close to 7%. You got to go back over 22 years to find mortgage rates anywhere near that high. Nobody's going to buy houses. This is not going to be good for the economy long term. The International Monetary Fund yesterday slashing its global growth projections for both this year and then 2023 as well, claiming the economic outlook is, quote, gloomy and more uncertain. This after we got the consumer confidence index numbers yesterday. They are at the lowest levels since the very start of the pandemic. You got to go back to March 2020. What does that tell you?
It means that we have a crisis here, and people want change in this country. And they want Republicans to deliver on the promises that they are making when it comes to energy independence, controlling our border, reining in wasteful government spending. We're ready to lead, and if the voters give us that opportunity in November, we're going to move quickly to take action to combat this harmful Biden agenda.
Meantime, the administration is trying to spin a possible recession. We could formally be in a recession starting tomorrow. Take a listen to Brian Deese and what he had to say when he was asked yesterday, and I quote, "Why should Americans care if the U.S. is in a recession?" Take a listen.
Why should they care if the U.S. is definitionally in a recession or not?
Yeah, it's a great question. It was what I was trying to underscore in terms of where the president really centers on in terms of his economic policy and his economic goals. If you look at the progress that we have made over the course of the last 18 months, we have made historic strides in many areas, not the least of which has been the pace of this historic economic recovery.
What do you make of that, Congressman, and the spin from the administration?
You know, it's really, really extreme when you have members of the Biden administration talking about achieving goals economically. The American people are fed up with this administration and the effect that their policies are having on their wallets. When you're talking about gas prices at record highs, yes, it's come down 50 cents, but it's still nearly twice as high as gas prices were when Biden took office. You have mortgage rates on the rise, you have food prices, you have farmers dealing with an energy crisis, input costs are high. You know, a lot of folks watching haven't seen this type of crisis since the 70s when it comes to inflation. Home prices are on the edge of a crisis that we haven't seen since 2008, 2009 home crisis, and that's not something we want to go back to.
Yeah, Congressman, just about 20 seconds left. Is Joe Biden a candidate for president again in 2024?
Boy, if they can prop him up and have a weekend at Bernie's style nominating convention, I wouldn't put anything past the Democrats to try and prop him up for another 4 years. But we all know that the powers behind Joe Biden are truly the ones calling the shots, pushing their socialist agenda, and he is just a prop that's rolled out to make speeches from a teleprompter, and those policies are really hurting American families. It's time for a change.
Yeah, again, we'll know more about what the Fed is going to do a little bit later this morning. New home sales now at a 2-year low. Congressman Ben Cline, good to see you. Thanks so much for being with us.
Hey guys, it's Rob Carson. I want to tell you about the Patriot Gold Group. But first, let me tell you that the S&P has already lost $8.2 trillion in 2022. Did you know that? Peak inflation is not even hit despite the Fed rate hikes on groceries, on gas. You know it as well as I do. Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs are warning of another 20% drop. Inflation is winning in a knockout right now. The Fed is going to raise rates again at the end of July. Meanwhile, Goldman, Wells Fargo, and Bloomberg are all forecasting gold to surpass all-time highs. If you want to invest in gold, call 888-936-2373 now. Call the Patriot Gold Group today and ask about their no-fee-for-life IRA. Sounds like a good deal, don't it? Here's the number, 888-936-2373. 888-936-2373 for the Patriot Gold Group.